It's been about a week since I started using a new to me planner, the Passion Planner Daily, for my fitness and wellness tracking. So today I'm going to be sharing with you how I've been using it thus far, as well as decorating a few spreads for the upcoming week. Hey guys, I'm Tracy and this is A Girl with Plans. I want to welcome you all back to my channel, and if you're new, welcome. So we are going to be doing some fitness and wellness kind of chat today, because I'm going to be flipping through how I have used this particular planner, which is the Passion Planner Daily. I bought this notebook cover from Coach. It is super, super cute. I think it kind of, screams spring, summer. So I wanted to use it as a cover. I just literally set my Passion Planner Daily in there, but we're going to take it out right now. We're going to be flipping through how I've been using it thus far. So I haven't used this yet. We had talked about whether or not I was going to be using this and what I was going to be using it for. Obviously, I still don't know what I'm going to use it for. It may not get used. I'm really bad about using what they call like the perpetual calendar or whatever you want to call it in any of my planners. So it's no surprise I'm struggling to use it here. I just feel like with the daily, there's enough information on there that there really isn't anything that needs to kind of flow onto these pages. So here's just a quick look at how I'm using my monthly thus far. So I use these are just little metal magnetic bookmarks. I got these off of Amazon, but a lot of companies have them, and I just use it right here so that way I know that this is my monthly calendar. And then I have another one set up on the very last daily that I'm currently working on. But as you can see, I am just kind of writing in the workouts that I do. Again, I write it in after the fact. I have not closed all of my rings yet, and that is because I'm kind of doing more yoga and stuff. So it's harder for me to close my rings. I only turn it on exercise mode when I exercise. So if I close any rings, then I'll put like the little close ring sign on it. All right, so all the months are together. So now I'm going to flip to the week. So here was the first day. Like I said, it was Monday on the 2nd. So you can see it's pretty much filling up. It's filling up. The way I'm still trying to figure out how I want to use every single box. There's a lot of things I want to capture. I'm just trying to figure out the best way to capture it. Plus every day, every week, things change about what I want to capture. So I have been writing game changer goals here, like 3 things I might want to focus on throughout the day, even though I think it's supposed to kind of relate to what I set as my game changer goals earlier on. I'm just kind of whatever. And then I have my Apple Watch stickers. These are things that I created myself on Canva. So I printed those out so I can keep track of my stats. You can see, especially on days that I work from home, I don't get very many steps in. Really wanted to start getting into morning walks. Just have not been able to do so. I'm trying to make sure my sinuses get fully healed before I get back out there, because the allergies have not seemed to have gone away yet. And then I did track my macros. You will see this is the only day I've did that. It's just hard. It's hard to get back into tracking macros when you haven't thus far. And then I write my workout. So I will say I can fill this in based on, I just write the actual specific workout I did. So that way, if I want to go back and do it again, I can find it. If I do a weight training workout where, let's say like legs or even arms, where you do like so many workouts within that for like different body parts, they might be using different weight sizes or things like that. I don't know if this is enough space, so that might be transferred to this side of the page if I do one of those workouts. But right now I'm kind of focusing more on, instead of doing strength training, I think I'm going to slowly start incorporating that back in. Like I said, if this is your first time visiting me, I'm trying to get my adrenals back in order. So I'm trying to do a little bit lower impact stuff. And a lot of times when I do weight training, like, legs and stuff, it definitely gets that heart rate up to cardio levels. So I'm trying to keep it a little under that. It still gets high, so it gets like 120-ish during some of my workouts, but I'm trying to stick to like right now, like the yogas, the bars and things like that. So it's strength training, but more body weight or very light weights is what I'm trying to use. So I'm not really capturing a lot of that yet. So that might move over here. And then I think the first day you'll see this changes. I just wrote like self-maintenance, I read. And then I am capturing, instead of best things that happen, I'm just writing down the actual vitamins I need to take in the middle of the day and checking them off as I do it. And then I've been trying to like do anxiety and stress and things like that. Over here, I'm doing the same exact thing that I did in all of my previous hourly, daily planners, my daily, hourly plan. I don't know how you say it, because every daily planner does not have an hourly section, but the ones I used did. I literally write everything in here for my wellness and for some of my fitness. And I correspond that to the actual time that I'm like taking record of it. So like what time I wake, when I measure my energy levels, when I eat, when I work out, things like that. Over here, still trying to figure it out. So I started yoga and that's a big deal for me because I don't really love yoga, but I'm trying to love it. It probably is one of the workouts that might be better for me as far as with my adrenals and things like that. So I'm trying to learn to love it. So I started that and I did like a little bit of journaling. The next day you could see I didn't do as much. This is where the macros started falling off. I did add a few more stickers after the fact to fill in some of the void. I ended up having to cut the grass. Well, I mean, I guess I could have waited, but you know, I went cut the grass that day. It was a nice day. And yeah, this is when I said, you know, allergies are still kicking because I came back and my sinuses were like, I hate you right now. And I started getting that headache coming on. I was so nervous I was going to get a migraine. So I just nixed any types of workouts that day, which is fine. It's fine. I'm still been decent with my food, so that's okay. And then I just kind of wrote that there. This day, this is where I have not been doing the macros. That's what it is. I was like, why does it look so bare over here? This is where I'm still trying to figure out how best to utilize these boxes. I don't know that I'm going to pre-label them in advance. I think I'm just going to fill them in with whatever I want to fill them in. Just like best thing that happened. My probiotic and my multivitamin, because it's not really that. It's just where I'm choosing to track that. I have been writing the weather down here and today in one word. So like, you know what it is once you write it. So it doesn't need to correspond to that for me. So right now I'm not going to label it. Maybe come July and August when I start to get into a routine, maybe I'll label it for a week at a time to track certain things or to like journal briefly about certain things. So yeah, there we go. Again, did this. Now I was in the office this day. So on this day is a little bit more bare here because I don't take this planner with me. It stays at home. So I'm not tracking my energy levels as much. I'm not tracking other things as much. So it's a very abbreviated version compared to like Monday when I felt like I was a little bit more on point. So there we go there, but it still captures everything that I need. And then I was able to be creative. So these 2 pages I decorated in advance. These 2 pages I decorated the day of, kind of as my kind of little creative moment. So I pulled out a random sticker book. I just picked a happy planner sticker book and then just threw some stickers on the page. Didn't really feel like journaling. Didn't really feel like there was a need to journal this day. So that's just kind of what I did. The next day I was also at work. I did actually, it looks a little busier here, but I think it's just because some of my time slots took up more space, because I write pretty big. That's the reason why I started using a mild liner or something to highlight the hour so you can see the hour that it's associated with. Like my energy, I wrote 4 and that was at 4:30 and not at 5. I just wrote it in the middle. The same thing here, like 7:30 was, I had wrote my breakfast and stuff, and then I took an adrenal reset at 8, so I just drew an arrow. So that's kind of what I'm doing there. Like here, I wrote the temperature there. I didn't really know what to journal. I'm thinking I do kind of want to keep some of this open for some random health and wellness journaling. So I just wrote today was a goodish day. Social, yes, because I went into the office. Nutritional point, yes. Workout, yes. And then this was yesterday. So I had a blue pen on hand, so that's what I used throughout the day. I like how the blue pops, but it was probably not the best day to go with the black and white stickers with the blue. It would have been better to like swap it here or something, but it's fine. So yeah, here we go. Here you can see I was kind of okay with filling in some things there. And then I kind of just journaled a little bit here. Like I had a doctor's appointment that I thought I was going to be in and out of. I was in and out, but I had to wait in the waiting room for like 2 hours. So yeah, that was fun. So I just journaled about that. That's not really the type of stuff I'm going to journal in here, but yeah, it was on my mind. So I wrote about it. Typically what I'm planning on journaling is more like health, wellness related, anxiety related, stress related, stuff like that. But same things. Yeah, there we go. So I did go ahead. I keep a lot of my fitness and wellness stickers in here. I haven't been using them for these, but I have like a little icon stickers that I can use for like sleep. So I'll just put the icon sticker and then just write how many hours and stuff beside it. You guys probably, if you've seen my other videos, I use these in my other planners. So I'll get back to using these again. I have the batteries for my energy levels and stuff like that. It just brings a little bit more pop to it, but that goes on throughout the day. But yeah, I have like some little yoga girlies, some workout girlies, a lot of these, like these I created myself, but a lot of these I got from, I believe, Creative Fabrica actually. And then some of these I got from Etsy, but I think a lot of these I got from Creative Fabrica. This I think was Etsy though. So yeah, that's kind of just like a gist of how I'm currently doing it. But yeah, I had a whole bunch of these left over, so I went ahead and I wanted to get rid of the sheets. So I went ahead and put the little Apple Watch there, and I was putting them there. And then eventually I was like, oh, maybe I should just put it over work, and then I can leave this for something else. So yeah, that's how I've been using it. Not much different than how I had been previously. It's more of, in this particular planner, there's a lot more specialized boxes or titled boxes. And I'm just trying to maybe use some of those to my advantage for me, obviously other purposes, although I feel like the questions are decent. But best thing that happens, I don't really feel like this planner will be one that I would write that in. So that one will probably always get changed, but self-maintenance I think is good. Today I learned probably not, but today in one word could actually work. So I think I'm going to probably try my best to keep track of the weather in one of those boxes, and then my vitamins in another box, and then my anxiety and stress levels in another box. So that's what I'm thinking about down here. And then here, I have to figure out if I'm going to keep up with the macros or not. So far, I'm like 1 of 5 for that. All right, so let's talk about decorating. So right now I'm all over the place with, like I said, even trying to figure out how to use this, but that is perfectly fine. Oh, I can feel the stickers. Ooh, that's the only problem. It's going to mess me up now, especially because look, y'all, I pulled out some stamps. So yeah, I'm going to try some different things with actually decorating, because I was actually thinking, wow, I say actually a lot, don't I? Like these cute little girls, they're like little workout girls. I don't know if I got this from Temu or from Shein or what. I got this quite a bit ago. I don't think I did a haul video when I purchased this, but I just thought they were super, super cute. I also have these yoga girlies. I don't think I would want, I think I'm actually going to cut off the title. I don't really care for the title. I just think it's cute. I can put like yoga girls randomly. These, because they're more like lined art, I could put these on here and then color them in at another time, like as I come in and decorate it. So that's something there that I could think about. Then I have some fun like quotes about food. Like, I don't need a personal trainer. I need someone to follow me around and slap food out of my hands, you know, stuff like that. I feel like this kind of can go in this stuff. And then these are like more empowerment quotes. So of course I do think we're going to do stamping on a couple of pages. And then I decided to pull some stickers from Martina's Sticker Company. This particular sticker sheet is from the new release, Fun Fruit Doodle. So, you know, I feel like this is health and wellness. This is a perfect place for it. So we'll probably do a fun, colorful spread. Maybe for today, we'll use this one. I mean, for Saturdays. But then I have some lined art. I have some of the flower doodles to kind of put pops of color, because I was also thinking I do like the concept of black and white. Again, I have some black and white florals that I can color in, so I'm thinking about adding those in at different points throughout the week, because I think, you know, when I'm stressed out and I'm filling it in, it'd be nice to go ahead and just color. Then I have some on clear transparent paper as well. Now Martina's Sticker Company did just do a new release, and I have like a whole stack of stickers that I printed from that release. but all of these are from older releases. So yeah, we're just gonna go the old school. They're not old school, they're just like a release or two old. But yeah, so I encourage you, if you like Martinez Sticker Company, you like their newest release, definitely be sure to check out some of the other stickers as well, because there's a lot of good ones. And don't forget to use my discount code to save you a little bit of money. All right, so let's go ahead and start with this one here. Then I will use maybe another sticker here or so, and then we'll start to get into stamping. So we might just do 2 or 3 spreads today as far as decorating. The other thing I do want to mention, as I mentioned this during the setup, is I actually don't date it. You can tell here because it's blue ink. I don't date it until I actually use it. So so like, you know, let's say I want to take a complete day off from tracking. Maybe not a day off from like being on point with my stuff, because, you know, I don't want to do any of those. I want to stay on track. But I might want to do a no tracking day, which is something that I may incorporate into. I don't really know that you incorporate it, you just do it. So we'll see. But if I do that, that's why I don't want to predate it. I'll just write in it as I do it. All right, so with that said, let's get started. I think I also want to bring in washi. Okay, that felt like it took years. All right, so I did pull this because I thought this was kind of fun. I might use the stripes just because I have more of the stripes. I thought I had green stripes, but I can't seem to find the green stripes. Oh, I found it. When they're not where they're supposed to be, it gets confusing. So here's this. And then I have this too, but that has pink in it. So we have this. So I think we're going to use this for this. I think what I'm going to do, I haven't used washi yet. Like I said, I'm still learning in this planner. This will be a planner you guys might see, hopefully weekly. If not, maybe every other week, as I like figure out how to like actually play in it and use it and decorate it and things like that, because it's a lot to think about. I have a whole empty page to decorate, but because I still don't know how I'm using it, it makes it a little bit difficult. Oh, that's just a tad bit off. Yes, I want to line this up perfectly. I could do this though. Let's do that. Okay, I kind of like that. I think I'm going to leave it like that for now. All right, I probably need to also get some boxes, or I could stamp some boxes, but I don't think we are. Or I could draw some boxes. Might do that. All right, so let's do that first. Let's see something. Let's pull out the B5 stencil. I haven't used this in a while, so I forgot. The boxes aren't what I want. Let's see what the other one is. We might just, I did this not that long ago. We might just use this to draw out a box, because this is kind of the size that I want. So I think we're going to do something like this to draw out the box. We'll keep this off to the side. So like I said, I definitely want to save spots for journaling. So that's what I'm going to do. I guess maybe we should bring in the red. So I have a click art red. I wonder if I should bring in like thin point red. Like here. I think we should bring in this. So this is actually one of the Tombos I got from Go Wilds. We're not even going to swatch it. It looks fine. It looks like it'll be the right color. Fingers crossed. Yeah. Sometimes you never know. What the color of the cap is might not always be the color of the of the marker. Okay. Now, what happens if I don't write in this? I'll just add stickers or a quote. I might even put a quote in here anyway. Maybe I'll stamp a quote or something like that. Or I can draw, I could do bubble letters to kind of write my overall feeling for the day or something like that. Or it could just say blank. It's fine. I don't like have this thing where I need to fill it in. I kind of come into that with my Hemlock and Oak daily. I just sit there and I like write what I feel like needs to go in there. It's more of a functional planner. And if there's a open area, then there's an open area. All right, I think we need to maybe put like fruit around this. All right, y'all, last sticker. Ooh, should I put it over here? Yes, I should. I forgot about this. I don't decorate over here because, like I said, I'm nervous about where to put it, but I think we do need to bring some of this stuff over here. So I don't think I'm gonna do my game changer. So I think we're gonna put this here. See, it kind of helps carry it over. I like it. Now I said a quote, so we are going to add a quote, and then I'm going to fill in the stuff that I can go ahead and fill in. I had a whole bunch of quotes. Where did my quotes go? Oh, I found them. They were under my cover. I was like looking everywhere. I'm like, I know I have quotes. Okay, so we have, I want something here. So I don't actually, for a change, I don't need something that's a lot. We can do my body is strong and healthy. This is the Loving on Me quotes again from Martina Sticker Company. I like it. Where? All right. All right, there we go. One super colorful page done. Now, I was thinking I would kind of mix these or maybe these together. They're not, like I said, these are on matte white sticker paper, so I can color them. So I think that's what I'm going to do. I think I'm going to mix. I think I'm going to put these aside because I used the whole sheet of these. I haven't used these yet. So with that, we want, I think that's going to be probably about the lightest that I have when it comes to pink. Regardless, I think it'll work. So yes, I'm getting into the washi. I need to use more washi. I didn't use any washi in any of this spreads and these look bare. But like I said, here I only have one sticker and one washi. So there we go. Oh, I mentioned we were going to set up my day. So I think for today, I'm going to bring in the yellow because I need to bring in light colors. So I woke up early this morning, but I went ahead and woke up. I ate my yogurt kind of late. I still technically need to eat breakfast and it's almost 10:30. I've been trying to like listen to my body as far as when to eat versus like just eating because, oh, it's breakfast time. Now when I do go into the office, I don't do that. I do like to try to eat before I leave. But for like lunch and stuff, I kind of go by when I feel like it. So for 6 o'clock, that's when I woke. So let's use a sticker. Let's use, I guess, we'll use the yellow one. See, again, I use the little mild liners because these are such small areas that I just want to be able to highlight what time that is. So that's when I woke up, and I think I got, 7 hours. And I would say the quality was probably about an 8. I think I had good night's sleep for a change. Yay. I was tired. All right. And then here, Actually, I'm going to just write what I ate. I just wrote Oikos yogurt. I only eat one brand, like one type, like the zero. So I don't need to get all specific there because it's the only type I eat. I like to try to get as specific as possible, especially if it's something that I don't eat as much. So that way, if I do tend to go ahead and try to input those macros, I probably will maybe this weekend, just because, I have a little bit more time and I wanted to like have some lounge time. And that's the perfect time to enter macros, right? I wanted to try to be specific so I can enter them in whenever. But I know which ones I use. All right. So with that said, let's go ahead over here now. let's do a quick recap of what I've done. So I did 4 pages in total today in my Passion Planner Daily, which I'm using for fitness and wellness. All of the stickers are printable stickers that I got from Martinez Sticker Company. So I printed them out myself on matte white sticker paper. I am an affiliate for Martinez Sticker Company, so definitely check down in the description box for this. The washi's from Live Love Posh. I'm also an affiliate from Live Love Posh. So yeah, the only other one is Simply Gilded, and you'll see that when we get to the page. I'll have some silver gilding on it, or like a silver foil. All right, and then this is a sticker that I created myself in Canva. So I really like this one, especially after finishing and then flipping back to it. It's like, this is so pretty. It's very busy, but this is all probably the only amount of room that I need over here, if at all. Like I said, the funny thing is I have to figure out how to fill it in. If I don't want a journal, I can fill it in with the doodle. I can fill it in with bubble letters, or I can just leave it blank. And I'm not opposed to leaving it blank. And then here we go here. So the purpose of this spread was I wanted to use some of the black and white stickers that I did print out on the matte white paper, because I printed out some of them on frosted clear sticker paper, but I wanted to do some on the matte white. So maybe when I'm in this journal filling it out for the day, or this planner filling it out for the day, I can actually color it in as kind of like self-care creative type thing, or I might just leave it black and white, but the option is there. However, with that said, maybe when I'm here, I'm really in the mood to color, I can come here and go ahead and color it in. So I don't have to color it in on the day I'm filling it in, but hey, the option is there. But I really like the way it looks in black and white. And then over here, I kind of know where things are, so I don't really do anything beside where I put the Apple Watch stickers. So I could put a sticker there. Like I said, this is where I had intended to keep my macros. I haven't really been doing it, but if I do, I just need to put the initial, like C for carbs, F for fats, and things like that, and then just the number. So, I mean, you can see the one day I did it, it's like, that's as much space as I really need. I put the percentages there because I felt like I had an abundance of room. But there we go. And again, I have put some quotes on some of these as well. You'll see some of the fun quotes there. Like probably one of, like you can see the decorative stickers are absolutely gorgeous, but I absolutely love the quotes from Martinez Sticker Company. Then I decided to leave a few pages blank in between, just in case on these days I wanted to come in and decorate. Again, if I come in to fill in this particular planner the day of and I don't feel like decorating, I will leave it blank. I'll still journal, and then I can decorate it on the days that I feel like it. So maybe when I come into the stamped spread, I really want to decorate, I can come back to here and start decorating. You know, it's kind of one of those things. I wanted to kind of leave some pages open to allow myself the ability to be creative on those days. It might be a like Tombow brush pen type decorative thing, or a washi decorative thing, or it might be left blank. The possibilities are endless. So then, yeah, I left another page. You can see where the gray stamping does bleed through, especially because I was trying my hardest to make sure that it went on, because I was having some issues sometimes with some of the stamping. I did go a little heavy-handed. I'm sure a little lighter-handed, it wouldn't have went through as much. It still probably would have ghosted through, because we saw that on the other page you'll see in a minute. So yeah, this is super cute. Again, that's a Simply Gilded washi. I use stamps that I got from Temu. Unfortunately, this boxing one, I got to figure out how well to press it to get all of that to stamp onto the page. But there we go here. Some of this bled a little bit because I used undo on the other side. So that's interesting. The colors of the stamp kind of went through a little bit, but it kind of looks a little interesting that way. Kind of like the way it looks. It didn't bleed through over here though. And then because of the ghosting caused by the stamps, I decided to go ahead and decorate this one. I hadn't intended to do that, so I just used these pretty butterfly stickers, and y'all, I really like this. I might not even add anything over here. I might just write over here, and if it's a sentence, a paragraph, or whatever, I think I'm gonna just leave it as is. I like the way it looks. I went a little heavy over here with some of the extra accent stamps that are on the butterfly page, just to cover all of this that was kind of coming through on the side. I will say the pink ink did not go through, so a lighter color probably would be the solution if I want to continue stamping in here, and I do have some fun stamps, so I kind of do. So there we go, guys. I hope you enjoyed this video. I hope you enjoyed looking back at how I've been utilizing it. We'll probably do quicker flip throughs each week so you can kind of see how I've been using it. And then what I will do is I will point out any differences on how I use it, but I won't go into as much detail as I did today. And then I'm really enjoying, I mean, yes, this is now the second week that I've decorated, but I'm liking trying different things for each day. I think that's a lot of fun. It is easy when I have a whole like slew of printable stickers here in my stash that I'm going through, but I think that was super fun. So I'm excited. All right, guys, thank you so much for taking time out of your day to watch this video. And if you enjoyed it, do not forget to press that like button. If you have yet to subscribe, I hope you would also consider subscribing to this channel. That is all I have for now. I hope you have a good rest of your day, evening, or night. Until next time, bye.